Good morning. For those of you who know me, you know that I love the show Lost. And I love it because, to me, there are a lot of spiritual lessons contained within that show. Lessons about letting go, lessons about understanding ourselves, lessons about relationships, lessons about, the whole idea of purgatory, like where, when we still have to work some stuff out, where do we go? If you believe in the afterlife, where do we go in that in-between place? And and resolution that is never actually a resolution. It's just sort of all right, well, the next mystery is unfolding now. And so I was thinking about that show last night before I went to bed, and so then I dreamt about Hurley, which is the character that you're looking at now. This is Hurley from Lost. And and I was thinking about this character and how he's the one that I relate to the most on the show. He's lovable. He is self-deprecating. He is always wanting to help. He's always wanting to make everybody feel safe. He's the one who finds the golf course and finds the Volkswagen van. And when they end up in Dharma land in the time travel, he's the one who becomes a chef and learns how to make pancake dipping sauces. And at the end, spoiler alert, he's the one who's left in charge with caring for the island and becoming the man in charge. And even at the very end, he's the one showing love to the one character that is ostracized from everyone else, the one character that can't find healing, Ben Linus. Hurley's character is the one who shows him love and says, well, if you wanna, we're all here. If you want to join us. And I was thinking about the ways in which we all try to shape ourselves or, I don't know, mold ourselves, which is a little more intense than I meant, but like adjust ourselves to make life happier for ourselves and for others. We make concessions in relationships. Some people who are sloppy become a little bit neater. Some people who don't like to cook maybe learn how to make one or two things. Or maybe it's large things. People with addictions are willing to let go of their addictions so that they can have a healthy relationship. For some of us, it goes deeper than that. Some of us have stories that we carry that we can't move forward unless we look at those stories and let go of them. And then for some of us, those stories can't be let go of. Well, can't is a judgment. It's difficult to let go of those stories because those stories are actually part of who we are, and we see evidence of them everywhere. And so I guess what I'm pondering is, what's that evidence that we see? And is there a way to look at that evidence and say, oh, you know what? That's not what I'm seeing. That's what the acronym for fear is: false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. When we defend our position, when we hold on to what we believe is true about us that may or may not be true, we're in fear of losing something or changing something or becoming someone else. Hurley's character wins the lottery, and he doesn't want to tell anybody because he's afraid that the people who love him for who he is will now love him for the money. And so he tests a couple of his friends just to see if they'll love him as he is before they find out that he's got $56 million. That episode is really touching to me, because we do that a lot with people. We test them to see how much they can take, to see if they'll stick around, to see if they'll still love us. So part of my dream last night was that I was involved with a group of people, and one of them didn't like me and asked me to leave. and nobody else wanted me to leave, but this person was asking me to leave. And instead of arguing for my position, I looked at that person and I said, that's okay. I can leave. And I packed up and I left. And other people were like, why are you leaving? And I didn't say because she said so or because that person told me to. I just said, you know what? I've got some things I need to do. I've got some places I need to be. And what was really cool is by the end of the dream, there was a resolution with that person who asked me to leave. And we found closure, kind closure. So, regardless of what you think about Lost, I've learned a lot from that show, and I continue to learn from my buddy Hurley. And I just am always learning. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy the vitamin D if it's shining where you are, and be gentle with yourselves today. Peace.